On your feet, inmate. I had a camera installed right by your cell. I learned who you truly are. You're the Flash.
Episode 413, True Colors. Warden Wolf sent him to the metahuman wing because he found out that he was the Flash, and now he's going to sell him.
I ain't gonna be nobody's weapon. We gotta get out of here.
Agreed. But how?
He sort of starts this prison break. There's this sort of MacGyver-like scene where Barry breaks out of prison, which is super cool.
Wolf is trafficking metahumans? Is everybody crooked in this town?
It's kind of the perfect partnership. I mean, Amunet deals in metas, and Wolf has a prison full of them.
Ralph discovers that because he's elongated man, he can shapeshift.
Guys, I think I just figured out how to stop Warden Wolf. He could easily shapeshift into Wolf and meet Amunet before midnight.
And call off the whole deal before it ever even happens.
So the team is mounting their own rescue mission, but it involves Ralph turning into Warden Wolf and impersonating him.
Barkeep, something cold and frosty, if you please.
Turns out that shapeshifting is not as easy as you would think.
That's on you, bro.
How do we stop this?
Hey guys, got your alert. Sorry I'm late.
It's okay, Ralph.
No, it's not okay. I ran into this old business partner of mine. This guy, he's just a big fat creep. He's always sticking his nose in my business.
Oh my.
And he's so shady. He's got these beady eyes and this crooked smile. He's just a real two-faced rat from head to toe. Well,
Ricky.
what? He's a two-faced rat, he is. What's wrong with my voice? Do you hear that? That's him, right there. That's him. Do you see him? That's him. That's him. That's him. That's him. Right there. There he. That's me. That's me. Why is that me?
You somehow willed your body to shapeshift into Earl's appearance. Seems like your cells can do a lot more than just elongate.
Ah, brilliant. How do you undo it? Undo this, that, this.
Control Z.
Control Z.
Guys, I think I just figured out how to stop Warden Wolf. If Ralph could shapeshift into Braveheart here, then he could easily shapeshift into Wolf and meet Amunet before midnight.
And call off the whole deal before it ever even happens.
Right.
Hey everybody, we got some new Flash to break down before tonight's episode, something cold and frosty, and there is a new round of that Flash Ring giveaway. All you have to do to enter, just be a subscriber and share the video using those tools on the watch page. But there is so much stuff that they're introducing into the mythology right now with all the new metas, the Thinker plot, the new character from the future that knows all about the Speed Force symbols that's probably related to Barry and Iris, and on top of that, Elongated Man's new powers that obviously they're using for that funny moment, but that's actually a really powerful ability. Do you not watch that and get flashbacks to the end of Season 3 with HR?
Apologies. HR. See?
Anytime there's a character that can make himself or herself look like another character, they always wind up using that for some big twist. And obviously this is more for comedy, so it's more in the vein of Thor Ragnarok where Loki was pretending to be Odin. That was actually probably one of the best parts of the movie.
Father?
Oh shit. My son Thor has returned. Greetings, my boy. You got quite mad. You'll be executed for this.
I'll see you on the other side, brother.
All right, I yield.
Oh shit, you have an actor pretending to be another character, pretending to be another character. So it's like a 3 levels deep joke going on. But just remember, this is the way that they foreshadow them using these abilities when the big villain fights come on later in the season. Like Cecile getting powers, obviously that's going to come back around in an even bigger twist later this season, so Elongated Man making himself look like someone else is probably going to be one of the bigger twists later on. So just keep that in the back of your mind as you pour one out for HR, may he rest in peace. But the other part of this too is just the idea that all the metas that the Thinker is rounding up using Amunet Black, very clearly the Thinker is behind all of this. They don't mention that, like the producer talks about, oh, they have this awesome scenario where the Warden is selling metahumans to Amunet Black that's collecting them. But what they don't say is that the Thinker is getting Amunet to collect them for him. Or maybe simply she doesn't know that she's being played. But this is all part of the Thinker's grand plan. He wants to collect those 12 metahumans. But they just want to show you that even though they got powers, they're not evil people. The Thinker is taking advantage of them the way he's trying to take advantage of Barry. Because it seems like the Jinx character, like in these photos, you see her talking to Barry, she actually seems like a pretty good person that's just down on her luck, and circumstances caused her to accidentally do some really awful things, but at heart, she's a good person. I think that's been the big takeaway with the bus metas this season, because Ralph Dibny was a douchebag, Barry was ready to throw him back in prison, but Caitlin was kind of like the voice of reason, where she's like, people can change, I was evil as Killer Frost, but I'm not a bad person. So Caitlin and Elongated Man are the example that these other bus metas can also do good things too. So I wouldn't be surprised if we wind up at the end of the season with the Thinker and his wife at odds with each other. Maybe they turn on each other, one of them goes full big bad and the other one tries to help Team Flash along with some of the bus metas. But again, people like Kilgore seem genuinely evil, so don't be surprised if like one or two of them try to help Barry, but the other two are genuinely awful people. The other thing you may have noticed in this promo is that they've updated their shot of Star Labs. That exterior shot, when they go to it, they show the city, there's these cars driving by on the highway. This is different from what they did back in the first couple of seasons. So I think that's just because their CG has gotten more sophisticated. Like, you know, you go a couple seasons on the show, each year the CG gets a little bit better and a little cheaper to do the really big effects. I know everybody's still wondering about the Dawn Allen character. We're calling her that. She could always be somebody else, but just most of the evidence is pointing towards her being Barry and Iris's child. Because she's wearing the metahuman suppression choker that Caitlin was wearing, a lot of people have suggested that she might be Joe and Cecile's baby because they said that they were having a girl, but they confirmed that she would not be a metahuman. They're like, there's nothing abnormal about the baby, nothing special. So I don't think that she would be wearing Caitlin's metahuman choker if that was the case. So it sounds like something else is going on. Don't be surprised if they try to present you with some misleading evidence. Like they want you to think one thing when really something else is going on. Like, oh, you thought that she might be Joe and Cecile's baby because they're having a baby girl, so maybe this person is from the future. But isn't it so weird that she sounds a lot like Barry and they use the same music cues when Barry is doing his science-related things on screen? Like you hear those strings in the background. Then when she's on screen talking about really technical things like when Barry does, they play the exact same music. It's just like they're trying to tie her to Barry Allen. So just generally expecting a big left turn later on when we find out who she really is. But I think it's going to be a couple more episodes. And don't forget, The Flash is going on break for a couple weeks after tonight's episode. So I'll just remind people about the schedule when I post my Easter egg video later tonight. But if you have any big questions that you want me to add to my video later tonight, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll name the giveaway winner when I post that video. But click here for my non-spoilery Black Panther review, and click here to rewatch that Avengers Infinity War trailer. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.